You know, my ears were burning.
Tanlorin, what's up?
Hey there, friend! I have so many questions about that last mission. How did the Say Thalmor know we'd be in Auridon? Or that Hyacinth would be alone at the Garland Ring base? And they had a hideout in Greenshade? Why didn't we know that?
Probably your parents. Or relatives. Somebody in your family, right? So the Garden Ring must have answers by now, right?
You'd think so, right? But so far, all Hyacinth will tell me is that he's too busy for my antics. And Wisteria threatened to punch me if I didn't leave it be. So I decided to go over their heads and finally got an invitation from the gardener himself.
Gardener?
Oh, he's no big deal. Just the founder of the Garland Ring itself. The cultivator of all our spy-like activities. A font of sunshine and hope and all the other stuff the ring stands for. And he loves riddles. You up for a little adventure?
Huh? Let's just see the gardener, but what about all the riddles?
Here, take a look. Don't mind the sparkles. Just reach in and grab the note.
But it's sparkling, I don't want to. Sheepdog Cup. You and your friends are cordially invited to attend our opening of a new greenhouse. A momentous occasion. One I do not want to be spoiled with uninvited guests. So, enjoy the series of riddles and make your way to join us, the gardener. Dear Beretta, my time-worn friend. You, with your broken arches and rivers bend, I sit quietly on my little islet's home, watching my ring grow from church to slum.
What do you think? That's a good riddle, right? Whoa, a brand new greenhouse. The gardener must be taking this Say Thalmor threat very seriously. That must be why he used a riddle to disguise the location. Could you make any sense of it?
Not exactly, but... Any idea who Beretta is?
Bellarata. Oh! Bellarata's not a who, it's a what! There are ruins in Melibal Tor called Bellarata. They're just south of Volkwaston along the Xylo River. They've got broken arches for sure. That's half the riddle? What about the rest?
Islet, home, and something grow in a ring of loam.
Honestly, every time I go to Volkwaston, I end up, well...
Lost?
Let's say I don't have any clear memories of the area, but
Oh,
I
drunk.
think there's a little island near Bellarata. But what sort of ring can you grow? Let's head there and find out.
Alright, I'll meet you in the ruins of Belrata and Malvator then.
I'm glad I waited until you were available. We make an excellent team, if I do say so myself. Let's meet in Malabal Tor and find this ring grown in loam near Bellarata. At least this wasn't a Hyacinth riddle. Those always involve math.
I have a few questions though.
Sure thing, friend. Consider me an open book. Well, maybe not a book. Dusty, musty things. What's the opposite of a book? A puppet show? That's it! I'm an open puppet show. Anyway, what do you want to know?
Tell me about the gardener then.
I'll tell you what I can, but he's a bit of a mystery to me. I've only met him a handful of times. Strong scent of perfume, fancy clothes, and like I said, he loves riddles. He's the one that picks our flowery code names, so Bug Cup is his fault.
Is he noble or merchant?
Not a clue. Oleander and I did try to figure it out once, but we didn't get very far. The only thing we know for certain is that he has access to coin. Heaps of it. Our gear, our weapons, the greenhouses. The gardener provides them all.
Why'd you wait for me before you went to answer the gardener summons then?
Why wouldn't I wait? I've enjoyed traveling with you so far. I mean, other than what happened to Oleander. I'm not sure I would have gotten through all that without you. Besides, the invitation specifically said to bring a friend. So, here we are.
Said not to bring uninvited guests though, too. So, how many greenhouses does the garden ring have?
Hard to say. As the gardener says, he's always growing something. I think he opens and closes them to maintain secrecy. I spend most of my time at Hyacinth's greenhouse in Greenshade, but others are scattered all across the Aldmeri Dominion.
Are they all like hyacinths?
Oh, not at all. Hyacinth's greenhouse is unique. It reflects his personality, what with all the constructs and magical gear. Most are just warehouses, hideouts to spend the night or weather a storm. I've got wine stashed in a few of them, just in case.
Just in case. Oh, let's head there. Eldorado and Malvator.
There's the ruins! And look! I'd call that an islet.
Oh, wait. Got the gun there a little bit.
Hope you don't mind getting your feet wet. Those mushrooms form a ring. This must be the place.
Fairy circle?
More sparkles. Ooh, is that another note? What'd you find? Is that a map of some sort?
Picture.
A sketch hidden in a ring of mushrooms. Curious. I find mushrooms disturbing. Did you know they're alive? That they talk to each other? Isn't that horrific? Anyway, what do you make of the drawing? Some sort of map, maybe?
I think you may be right about the being a map. Here, take a look.
Interesting. And the composition is nice, so we can add that to the things we know about the gardener. Woven tree branches. There are plenty of those around here, but these look particularly familiar.
You familiar with it?
Well, there are a bunch of wood elf camps and villages scattered around Malabal Tor. It could be Woodhearth. No. Wait. Deep Woods. There's a gate there formed by an arch of tree branches. Deep Woods must be where we'll find the next clue.
The Deep Woods then.
A sparkly bird! Check it out, friend!
Seek a ritual recorded in ancient stone, weary traveler. Rest you shall find, behind an egress revealed by royal lavender.
Royal lavender. Got it. I jotted it down, so we won't forget.
Hey, way over here. Target's out of range? What? Try to summon and resummon then.
I much prefer illusory birds to rings of mushrooms. That rhyme was terrible, though. Let's consider the clue. An egress revealed by royal lavender? Sounds like a hidden door to me. That must be the entrance to the new greenhouse.
So how do we find the new hidden door then?
All of the clues pointed us here to Malabal Tor. The answer lies in the first line, a ritual recorded in ancient stone. Maybe an Iliad ruin? No, we've already been to a ruin. The gardener wouldn't repeat himself. Wait, ritual stone. That's it!
What is it?
Malabal Tor has 3 ancient Mundus stones. The ritual is one of them. I think it's at the southern edge of the region. Once we find it, we'll just need to gather some royal lavender to reveal the hidden door.
Alright, let's travel to the Ritual Mundus Stone in the Malbator then.
Here, you should hold the note I wrote. I tend to lose things. There, the ritual stone is just up the hill. Let's look around for some royal lavender. Do you feel the ritual stone vibrating? No? Huh. Me neither. See that bowl? That's got to be the gardener's handiwork. Place the lavender in it and let's see what happens. It worked! Thank you, illusory poetry bird. Well, we made it! Let's go see this new greenhouse. This
Really
is
elaborate.
beautiful. Gardener? Hello?
Here we go.
Welcome, Bogcup. And you must be their curious new friend.
So you managed to solve his riddles?
Pardon the mess. I'm still unpacking. A pleasure to meet you. Apologies for all the subterfuge, but caution is advised in these trying times. Speaking of which, the Garland Ring could use your assistance once again.
Maybe we should start at the beginning, right?
No time for that. Let's start with the Sethalmor attacks in Auradon and Greenshade. After what happened, I reached out to all Garland Ring members, past and present. One former member, a mage codenamed Snapdragon, has answered none of my missives.
Do you think the Sethalmor have captured them?
Captured or worse. Bogcup has spoken very highly of you in their letters. Despite Hyacinth's droll appraisal, you seem quite capable. I would consider it a personal favor if you and Tanlorin would check on Snapdragon and ascertain the situation.
Where should we check on them?
Snapdragon no longer uses her code name. Now she's Lyranese, mentoring Mages Guild adepts in Skywatch. I suggest you start your search there.
Oh, we'll head to Skywatch and see if we can find them.
Snapdragon has a commanding presence. If she wasn't captured and is simply ignoring me, it won't take you long to find her. But a word of caution. She didn't leave the ring on the best of terms. Make sure she understands I just worry for her safety.
I have a few questions, though.
Certainly. No agent should head out unprepared. I know we might seem odd with all the flowery names and subterfuge, but the Garland Ring stands for something important. I'm extremely proud of what we've accomplished.
Why did she leave?
Snapdragon and I never quite saw eye to eye. Two strong wills clashing over everything. We managed to remain professional until she lost faith in us, in our work. Her husband, Gladiolus, he died on a mission.
Sure she doesn't want revenge? What happened?
They were to observe a high-ranking noble, a sponsor for the College of Aldemary Propriety. Instead, they were set upon by assassins. Agents I now believe were members of the Sethalmor. She resigned from the group, convinced they had been betrayed.
Betrayed by someone in the Garland Ring?
Yes. Paranoia, I believed then. I personally handpick every member of the Ring, you understand. But so much has happened, and now she might be missing. Perhaps her accusations were not just anger and the baseless speculation I believed them to be.
So, why'd you find the Garland Ring?
You're a worldly person. You've no doubt seen talented, intelligent people in roles that don't make use of their abilities, that don't give them the chance to truly make a difference. To me, that is the Ring. Talent and skill harnessed for change.
What kind of change?
Change for a better tomorrow. The Thalmor, the Sethalmor, they're all the same. Powerful people using their resources to ensure wealth and longevity for the few and the privileged. That's where the Garland Ring steps in, to balance the scales.
You know something about yourself, though. Like, we know nothing about you.
Not much, I'm afraid. We have to keep some secrets in this line of work, you understand? I founded this organization and personally fund all our activities. We undertake missions of a charitable and humanitarian nature at my sole discretion.
How can you afford to do all this, though?
All I will say is that I have access to family wealth. Terrible, selfish, exorbitant wealth. Stars willing, through the actions of the Garland Ring, I can begin to repair the damage done by centuries of entitled and simply awful behavior.
So, dealing with a guilty conscience, then.
You get to meet Snapdragon. Oh, I miss her. This is going to be great.
The Sethalmor will almost certainly be watching. Tread carefully.
Hyacinth?
Thank you again for saving me. It was quite the sight, you and Bogcup dealing with my captors. Thrilling, even. I imagine your adventures with Bogcup are similarly exhilarating.
Huh? Have you recovered from the attack?
Well enough. And nothing in the greenhouse was permanently damaged. There are a few experiments I'll have to start again, but such is life. I understand the Sethalmor's goal was to capture me, but why disturb my collections? Infuriating.
I meant, have you recovered from your wounds?
My wounds? You were asking after my health. I am completely healed, thanks to restorative magics. I considered fashioning a back brace from Brasilisk parts. Unfortunately, by the time I worked out the design, I no longer needed the contraption.
Snapdragon? I haven't seen her in ages. A force of nature, that one. I saw her conjure a storm during an argument with the gardener once. Petals and vapors everywhere. It shouldn't be hard to find her in Skywatch, provided she hasn't been captured.
Sounds like you knew her well.
We never went on any missions together, but she made quite an impression. Commanded the room, you know? And she liked me, I think. She always teased me about something. In my experience, that's a good indication that someone doesn't hate you.
So you admired her then?
Very much so. How did she say it? She knew what she was about. Composed when she needed to be, but otherwise she took up the space she felt she deserved. How could I not admire her? Now let's go make sure she's all right.
Probably did. I mean, totally alright, sure.
Is it true? Reeve arrested a mage right in the guild hall?
I was there. Reeve Nardamor marched right in with armed guards and arrested Lyranese.
That's terrible.
Did they offer any explanation?
Snapdragon's been arrested? We need to talk to those adepts.
Careful, stranger. Reeve Nardarmor is throwing his weight around. The Skywatch Guard barged right into the guild hall and arrested a mage.
I heard you talking. Did you say the name of the mage's arrested was Lyranis?
Yes, Lyranis. Are you friends of hers? She was as starched as the Archmagister's robes, but she knew her spellcraft. It was eerie. She was so calm when they dragged her out of her office. Almost like she was expecting them. Strange.
You know where they took her?
I made it a point to avert my eyes and look away. But Reeve Nardarmor has an office in Skywatch Manor. If anyone knows where they took Lyranis, it would be someone there. Just don't mention you talked to us. We don't want to end up on his list.
Tell them all about you.
The Reeves office. That's a great suggestion. Let's get over to the manor. Now, if I were a local Reeve with corrupt tendencies, where would I hide my secrets?
At you?
Good thought. I was hoping it was the switch to a secret panel, too.
Or? Our guards report the decline of petty thefts over the past few months, likely a result of the recent arrests of the requested. I know better than to stick my nose in business as superiors, but if you can enlighten me as to your selection criteria, I might be able to put together a list of additional candidates. As always, there's an occasional tavern brawl down by the bridge. Visitors running amok or on foot or on mount. And endless issues liaising the First Aridine Marines and the Eyes of the Queen. Other than that, all's well in the city.
No mention of any Mage Guild arrests. A loose wall panel? The sure sign of a hidey hole.
Well, that's new though. As requested, I shipped the Mages Guild woman off to the Sunhold. But, for the life of me, I have no idea why I was ordered to arrest her. I don't like this one bit. I'm more than happy to send a message to Sibling Drunkard off to rot, but a mage? And a respected one at that. I'm lucky that she didn't turn me into a stoner and encase me in ice. What am I going to say when the guild comes calling? I can hardly tell them I'm not to worry their heads over this. She's going to spend a few days just going to spend the rest of her days in a musty cell on the west side of Sunhold. The coin isn't worth the headache. Maybe I should just ask for a transfer? But then, where would I go when the Seraph Mora doesn't already have the finger in the pie? Did I say finger? I meant the whole damn hand on the more pies than I can count. Maybe I should just go on vacation. Go and see the family in Somerset. Get away from all this. Yes, that sounds like a perfect plan.
Told you! These types always have something to hide. The moment people like this Reeve Nardarmor sit behind a desk, they start looking for a way to get rich. Or more rich. It's like this everywhere. Ugh.
Big surprise.
Anything good in that journal?
Reeve sent the mage to Sunhold. Here, take a look.
Sunhold? Oh, this is bad. In my experience, you aren't sent to Sunhold unless they want you to disappear. Poor Snapdragon. And poor us. We're going to have to get over there in order to save her.
Is Sunhold that terrible?
It's an authoritarian fortress on the southern edge of Somerset. My family threatened to send me there when I disappointed them. We need to contact Hyacinth. He should know how we can approach Sunhold without getting captured or killed.
Alright, let's get in touch with him.
I can contact Hyacinth through my lattice, but I'll need you to talk to him. Just be a moment.
Ah, Boko, have you located Snapdragon?
Hello.
I can't help but notice the drab interior behind you. The office of some minor functionary, I presume?
Uh-huh.
Bullcup certainly loves to burgle. Were you able to procure any information as to the whereabouts of Snapdragon?
Snapdragon's arrested. and they sent her over to Sunhold.
Sunhold. It's not good. I assume Bogcup wants to storm the fortress and rescue her. The trick will be getting you to Sunhold without alerting the Somerset authorities or the Sea Elf pirates currently in control of the city.
Well, Tanlorin thought that you might have some suggestions.
I am a font of suggestions and brilliant ideas. The question is, will any of them work? The answer, indubitably. Head to South Beacon. There's a spot along the beach just south of the lighthouse. That should do nicely, yes. Meet me there.
Alright, we'll meet you on the beach.
South Beacon, southwest of the lighthouse. And Bogcup. Don't stop to feed any monkeys along the way.
That hyacinth. Let's get moving.
Wait, where was that?
Take care not to disturb the sand, if you please.
I recognize
Herb?
a few of these runes. What are you planning, Hyacinth?
Everything will be fine, Bogcup. A friend of Bogcup. A word. Transposing conduits of magicka like this was not easy, but I never shy away from a challenge. Your goal is to reach Sunhold. The magic circle I created will aid you in this venture.
A teleportation circle?
Not at all. Sunhold features significant protections against unwanted portals. No, you must sail there in the small boat I procured. However, without magical aid you will never avoid the Sea Elf raiders or the Dominion Navy patrolling the bay.
Maybe you should explain this plan of yours in simple terms.
Of course. Bogcup will use their soul magic to enchant the boat. I see that horrified face they are making behind you, but they are more than capable. Soul magic deals with connections. This circle will amplify Bogcup's spell and those connections.
Connections? How'd that help us?
Everything is connected. People, objects, the sea. Despite the best efforts of their close-minded relatives, Bogcup's affinity to soul magic is quite exceptional. The spell will enhance these connections to speed your voyage and hide you at sea.
Alright. I'll wait for Tanlorin to cast a spell then.
Oh, I'm so mad at you right now, Hyacinth.
Of course you are. Take this portal curio for a quick return exit when you're done. Now, into the circle and focus.
Focus. I can feel the ship. And there! Ha! Hyacinth, you were right! I am exceptional!
As I said, Bogcup is more capable than they realize. The portal curio I provided should open a doorway from Sunhold to the Gardener's greenhouse in Malabal Tor. Sunhold's protections deter portals in, not out. Good luck, for Snapdragon's sake.
Seems like a bad security system.
Remember, if it blows or it's gold, it's mine.
Cat. Made me scrub the deck for a week.
Well, is it there?
Indeed it is. Yes, this should prove useful to our efforts.
Don't hold back!
Is it true? Is Admiral Viscarn dead?
He is, but the rest is up to us. Let's move!
Let's look around and find Snapdragon.
Nope, can't get away.
This one looks promising.
Interrogated prisoner. However, Lyrinus, codename Snapdragon, result inconclusive. Subject proved surprisingly resistant to interrogation techniques. No. We confirmed that she is indeed a former member of the Garland Ring. She provided her codename and little else. Still, this corroborates the information we received from in the dossier. I don't know where you're getting this information from, but it seems reliable. She asked us if we were scum or who killed the beloved. I didn't answer her. One point of concern. She didn't seem surprised of her arrival in Skywatch. I think she expected us. It's possible that she knows more than about operation that we suspect. Further interrogation sessions are warranted. Until then, prisoner has been moved into a secure cell in the lower dungeon. March forward toward perfection.
Stay strong, Snapdragon. I'm going to find you.
Come to save your little flower? You're welcome to try. Is that you, Bobcat? Find a key and get me out of here.
Snapdragon! Am I glad to see you? Alive and everything even.
It would take more than a few rough questions to take me down. The key's right there. Grab it and unlock the cell, please.
We had to?
Good to see you, young one. I assume you also have a plan to get us out of here?
Hyacinth gave me one of his portal curios. One moment, and... There. Now let's get out of here before more guards show up.
Welcome to my greenhouse, Snapdragon. It pleases me to see that you're safe.
Spare me your pleasantries, Gardener. I must have a word with my rescuers.
Heh, she's as spirited as ever. Go introduce yourself to her, my friend.
Hello.
As much as I'd love to shower you and Bogcup with praise for saving me, there's no time. The Garland Ring must face the facts. We've been compromised. My arrest is proof of that.
What do you mean, compromised?
Compromised, as in betrayed. I told the gardener this would happen, that there was a traitor in our midst. But his faith in code names and safe houses isn't enough. It's what got my husband killed.
Why ask to speak to me? Can't you tell us to the gardener?
I wanted to talk to you first because Bogcup seems to trust you. And because you weren't here when my husband was killed. I can be almost absolutely certain that the traitor isn't you. But time is short. The Seyth Thalmor could arrive at any moment.
Do you think the Sith Almor know about the greenhouses?
The greenhouses, Hyacinth's magic, our goals, all of it. They know everything. There's a traitor in the Garland Ring. An informant working for the coin tossed their way by Somerset's ruling class. One of our agents is in league with the Sith Almor.
Do you know who the traitor is?
Not yet, but I have copious notes. Gardener, I'll speak to you now.
A traitor? In the Garland Ring? How is that possible?
Tam, can I talk to you and your friend?
Wisteria, are you alright? How are your wounds healing? Do you need anything?
I'm fine. I just wanted to catch up. I've missed you. Look, with all this talk about betrayals and traitors and everything, well, I'm worried about Tanlorin.
Tanlorin? What are you talking about?
Hey, I'm still a bit rattled from my time in that cage. Still healing. So I'm probably not making a whole lot of sense. Let me start again. I wanted to say how grateful I am for what you've done for Tanlorin. Fighting beside them, supporting them.
Well, Tanlorin is capable of his own right. They've been supporting me, right?
Oh, I know. I trained them, after all. Listen, just be careful with them. They've struggled so much over the years. Tanlorin's family, their tattoos, their magic. I'd hate to see them revert to how they were before the Garland Ring took them in.
I'll be careful then.
You know I'm right here. I heard every word of that. But no more serious talk. We need some drinks.
Trying to avoid it.
A traitor in our midst. Someone I trust working against us? I'm not sure what to think. It's all too much, my friend. I feel lost.
You don't believe Snapdragon?
That's the problem. I do believe her. I just don't want to. It's just... I hate to think of my friends, my family, as suspects in an investigation. And that's just what this is going to turn into. We're going to figure this out. You and me.
You want us to determine who the traitor is then, right?
Who else is going to do it? I just need a glass of wine first. Maybe a bottle. After that... The Garland Ring is basically the people right here and a few agents in the field. It has to be one of them. We'll figure this out. Together.
Hey, I'm with you.
We start it with illusory riddles and end it with a prison break. Then Snapdragon revealed there's a traitor in our midst. We'll need time to plan, for Snapdragon to recover. But friend, we're going to find the traitor and root them out. Together.
Yay.
I'm listening.
Oh, we'll figure out who it is at some point, I guess.